Test. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Max with Monday. Sorry, Mondays with Max. It's been one of those days. How are you guys all doing out there tonight? Thanks for coming, Crypto Duck, Big Wooly, Red Llama Crypto, Rude Poots. No excuse. Haven't seen you here before. Thanks for coming. Integra Guy, always love that name. Tim, I am Crypto. Thank you for sending me that information the other day. Definitely appreciate it. New England Crypto, TBS Miner, MH, Ryland Tech and Crypto, Brian Hollywood, see Crypto Shave, thanks for coming. Bacon, Eggs and Hash. Let's see, I meant Mog Dog. Let's see, Nulls, Seb Chaps, and Magic Lucky. Thank you guys all for coming. I appreciate it. I am gonna crop this just a bit. I was a little pressed for time today. Oh, that's unnecessary zoom. All right, that's better. Anyway, yeah, it has definitely been one of those kinds of days, that's for sure. Gosh, and Rondi's not here, and I have my orange and black flannel on just for him. Cannot believe it. Oh, thanks, Mog Dog. Glad you like the new flannel. Anyway, putting that super chats to good use. Anyway, so let's get into it. It's at least a green day on the market for the most part. Wow, that is quite the change. When I was researching this and just had this up, we were up only about 1%, and ETH was below 3,000. It was like a 2,900. Definitely seen a nice jump in the last hour. Wow, that's cool. Solana, holy cow, Solana's jumped like, yeah, they were at 92. They jumped to 101. Or maybe it was 97. Anyway, they were definitely below 100, so they're back over 100. AVAX of Avalanche is up at 84. Nice, very nice. Glad to see some green for a change. And actually, that was kind of one of the things I don't really have on the agenda necessarily, but I thought this was an interesting article that I just came across, that DeFi data shows that whales are still long on crypto. So they basically are looking at this chart and looking at how much money is invested in DeFi and how much the amount invested is down from the peak. So total crypto market cap is down about 33% from the peak, but total DeFi amount that is invested is only down 20% since the peak. So the idea is that the whales are not panicking and they are staying strong. That says a lot. Definitely says a lot. So I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see where things go in the next year, because every other cycle says we should go down from here. But we are in different times. So who knows? We shall see. Anyway, again, I thought this was an interesting article. The other thing I wanted to do was, we talked a little bit about this on Saturday, and hopefully I can figure out how to do this by doing desktop audio, and we'll see if we can make this work. But I queued up the merge call right about the time that they start talking about when's the merge going to happen. So let me see if I can make this work. And I actually won't be able to hear it because I have my speakers off so you guys don't get any echo. So you guys will have to tell me, well, actually, you know what? I am going to go into here, but I'm going to turn it way down so I can barely hear it. All right. Got to make sure I can at least hear myself just a little bit. You guys shouldn't be able to hear it though. Okay, now I can hear it just a little bit. So let me see if I can get this queued up. All right, let's see if this works.
Or a bug in one of the majority clients. So we want to take care of the problem now rather than down the road when there's actually a bigger problem. Anything else?
Here comes the question.
Yeah, somebody asked about timing, and Marius rightfully answered, it'll happen when it happens, basically.
There it is.
Yeah, there's a checklist. I don't have the link on me now, but maybe if somebody has the, Tim's gonna get it. But yeah, it's hard to predict when everything happens, and I know everyone is in crypto is used to things taking longer than they seem that they should take. It's kind of the way it goes. But one thing we want to be really clear on is that any upgrades are secure. You know, like there's no bugs, and it's not going to introduce issues if it goes live. We're not testing in production. So security and safety for the chain, stability, these things are all way more important than hitting a certain deadline. So the broader answer is, you know, the merge will happen when it happens, when all the client teams are comfortable, when there's been enough testing. We've gone through the transition enough times, and everybody is confident that this is gonna go through well, and it's not gonna cause other issues. Oh, right, there's the link. Yeah, the things in this readiness checklist aren't, you know, it's not like they all have equal weight. So take that with a grain of salt, but it's a good way to get an overview of the things that are being worked on, a bunch of great links to the work and what's left. So if you're interested in timing, this is probably your best bet for understanding when the merge is actually going to take place.
Okay, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know about you guys, but I heard a lot of backpedaling there. And you guys know I have been very much on the bandwagon of these guys are on time. This call, and along with some of the other things that have been stated, really, really make me question when this is actually going to happen. So there's a couple of things I've heard. One is, yes, Tim Biko came out and said, yes, this is hard. You know, basically made a whole bunch of disclaimers, but we are going to proof of stake in 2022. Okay, then. June of 2022 and 2022 as a whole are two completely different things. Also, there's been some discussion regarding not only that, but somebody actually asked here about the difficulty bomb is, what do we do about the difficulty bomb if we don't do this on time? And they basically said was, well, we could get out to like a 23-second block time. In fact, I'm going to see if I can pull that up during this live stream, but a 23-second block time takes a really, really long time to get to. In fact, let me see if I can get a block time. Ethereum block time graph. And I want to go further out than that. Let's go out 5 years. Okay. So 2019, you can see that basically they're right around 13 seconds is what they've been. Okay. And even better, if we go out to like when it kicked in at the end of 2019, which a lot of people didn't know. I mean, we only went out to not even 18 seconds. So this was December, like the end of December, and we got to like 17 seconds. When did it start? Way back here at the beginning of October. That was 3 months and they only got to 18 seconds. They're saying that they could get to 23 seconds and not have a problem. I don't know if that's true, but we look back here, this was November 23rd of 2018 to February 15th. So I don't know if there's a different, let's even look here. So this is actually out to 30 seconds, but let's see, you know, how long did it take it to get to 24 seconds? That was August 28th of 2017. That was like 6 months. So they're kind of hedging that, okay, fine, kicks in June. We don't do anything. We let the difficulty bomb kick in, and maybe we don't go proof of stake until October. We're fine. We can do it until it gets to 23 seconds. They also said, hey, yeah, we could do another fork if we need to. It doesn't take that much. There's not really any testing. We've done it before. We know the code. It's just the same code. It's just changing the few numbers in it in order to extend it a little bit further. So they've gone through, they've talked about openly about those options. Well, why would they need to talk about those options if they were really confident that they would make it? So anyway, got to show that. Anyway, yes, this is a new flannel bought with the proceeds of the super chat. So thank you very much. It's what the audience called for. Rondi asked for orange. So yes, you got orange. Anyway, it's very comfortable. Like it. Got it on Amazon. Plus, I went to University of Illinois. So orange looks good on anybody from University of Illinois. So there you go. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if they're going to extend the difficulty bomb, but based on what they've said, I don't know if they really care, which is really odd to me, because if you extend out the block times, while it does decrease mining revenue, that's not the biggest problem. It decreases capacity. If you extend the block times out further and further and further and further, well, that's fewer and fewer and fewer transactions. And honestly, that lessening of capacity will only increase demand, and they'll basically max out capacity much more often, leading to higher miner tips. So I'm not really sure that's going to affect mining profits either. So I don't know. Anyway, I talked about that on Saturday night, and I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to queue this up so you guys can hear it for yourself. What they said. I mean, they said absolutely it'll happen when it happens. So, okay, guys, this is a crypto channel. It is not a flannel channel. So anyway, you guys are cracking me up. Anyway, all right, let me go back and look at some of the comments. I'm sure everybody's commenting on the flannel. Let's see here. Thanks for being here, Wheeling Crypto Electronics and Coffee. Appreciate you showing up. Danny Dennis, thanks for showing up. Good morning to you as well. I wasn't aware. I really don't keep track too much of Solana, so but it is in its infancy. It is going to be prone to having a few problems in my mind, but and that's okay as long as they react and fix things. Yeah, they're doing things obviously differently than say Ethereum, where they're absolutely making sure that nothing could possibly go wrong because there's a lot more riding on it. Solana can afford, being that they're much more in their infancy, they can afford to have a few issues here and there as long as they react to them properly. And yes, I see Rondi now, Brian Hollywood. And thanks for showing up, Sunflower Mama. She just said you're welcome in the background. Anyway, let's see. I'm looking at whoever tagged me. So Y2K Anonymous, thank you for showing up. it's going better now. Unfortunately, I have to get up at 3:30 in the morning to be at work at 4:30 in the morning so that everybody can start work at 5. It's going to be a busy day tomorrow. Anyway, work's been difficult. We actually have one of our key customer service agents. She's very key, and she is visiting her parents. Her father's in the hospital with COVID, and he is not doing well. And so we don't know when she's coming back. So we wish him the best, and we wish her safe travels. But in the meantime, we've been struggling a bit. So anyway, yeah, bacon, eggs, and hash. Hopefully I answered that question for you about the merge and difficulty bomb and all that. And Gabriel Campa, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Galo Salami. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Hopefully that's not too bad. Have you seen the analytics from Coinbase Super Bowl ad? 500K new customers, 14 million cost, 22.5 million in estimated returns. I actually hadn't seen that. Yeah, how'd you guys like the crypto bowl? I mean the Super Bowl. There were so many crypto commercials. And oh, by the way, who else did not even touch that QR code? I didn't. I touched a different QR code later on in the evening. That's a different story. But I did not touch that QR code because the Super Bowl ads are about entertainment, not about, clicking something out of curiosity. So I resisted because I basically said, nope, not going to do it. That's what they want me to do. I am not going to give in. And then right at the end, it said Coinbase. I'm like, oh, there you go. That's what it was. That was a horrible Coinbase commercial in my mind. But obviously, it did very well for them. So yeah, I would be wrong. So from a business standpoint, it was brilliant. But man, did not like that commercial at all. TVS Miner. Yeah. I still got to connect with Tim Biko. He agreed to do an interview, and I just haven't reached back out. So definitely need to follow up on that. It's just been a little crazy around here. Let's see here. What else have you guys been saying? Hey, Rondi, thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. I answered your question already, Big Wooly. It is a new flannel. Oh, wow. I had been catching up on chat, and all of a sudden, of course, when you get close enough, it just jumps. Rodney, that orange is straight fire. Yeah, it is quite the bright orange. Definitely be a great hunting shirt. I haven't been doing much hunting lately, but this would definitely be a great hunting shirt. Rondi, I might do purple next week. I haven't looked up pink, and my wife thinks I look great in pink. I don't know if it'll be light pink, but yeah, my wife thinks I look great in pink. So yeah, I wear pink. It doesn't bother me at all. I am comfortable enough in my manliness, in the amount of manliness that I have, whatever that amount is. So anyway, but I may do purple because there's some really, really nice purple flannels on. Would purple be okay, or do I need to give in and do the pink flannel since you did the $550 super chat? Anyway, hang on a second. What was that? The pink flannel? Oh my God. All right. My wife already bought it. Oh my gosh. All righty. Well, the crowd has spoken. Anyway. Oh my God. You guys are hilarious. Anyway, you're getting an orange flannel. Maybe I should start putting my flannel purchases in the descriptions, so you can, and then do it with an Amazon affiliate link, so you guys can all purchase it. And you know what's funny about that is I was watching the WAN show on Friday with Linus Tech Tips, and they're pushing their red and black flannel. And it's just a red and black flannel. I'm sure it's nice and all, but I'm like, it's just a red and black flannel. I didn't get it. I thought it was kind of odd that was part of their merch. But anyway, I'm like, well, heck, if they could sell that, maybe I should just make the flannels I wear as part of my merch and just post all the affiliate links to Amazon. Anyway, Brian Hollywood, thank you. Thank you for showing up. And I can see that the conversation has already happened. Challenge accepted. I'm sure she commented somewhere down here that she already got it. Anyway, you guys are crazy. Neither wabbit season or duck season. Why can't I think of the bird? Oh my God. What do we hunt? I cannot think of the bird that we hunt. I don't know. Like I said, it's been a long day. Pheasant. That's it. Pheasant season. That's what it is. It's not pheasant season right now, but that's usually what we go hunting for is pheasant. So not deer either. We just pheasant hunt. Let's see here. 56. Thank you for the $5 ramen. Really appreciate that. All right. Unboxing project. When ETH goes full proof of stake, can Dagger Hashimoto algo be reused, repurposed for another project, or is it just gone forever? It is not gone forever because it is already used. ETH hash, Dagger Hashimoto, ETH hash used interchangeably. It is already used on other projects. I mean, I can just pull up, let's pull up what to mine and we can see. So the actual algorithm is still there, but, and let's just pick something, 3060 Ti. Why is everything not filled in? Well, there isn't really much filled in. This is weird. It's bringing up all of this stuff, only nice hash stuff. Maybe all the nice hash stuff is like really profitable right now. I don't know. Anyway, let's look to see where we have other ETH hash. And I know like Ethos is one. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Callisto. Callisto is one that's been around for quite a while. It's not profitable, but hey, it's been around for a long time. So anyway, so I don't know what's going on with what to mine and why it looks weird right now. And why this isn't even what I normally have up here. This is really kind of strange. At any rate, let's do that. That's better. So yeah, anyway, Callisto is one of them, but there are definitely a couple of them. That Quark Chain is another one. Metaverse is another one that's been around for a little while. Ether Gem, I don't know anything about that. Expanse is another one that's been around for a little bit. So it isn't gone forever, but obviously Ethereum will be gone forever. So everybody will have to switch over to something else. And all of the ASICs will have to switch over to an ETH hash or an ETH hash type algorithm. So either ETH hash or possibly, depending on the ASIC, ETC hash. They will not be able to mine anything else. So I know as I've been looking at this, I've been thinking about where is everybody else going to go? All the GPU miners going to go. They're going to go to something that's not ETH hash based. You will most likely not be mining something on an ETH hash algorithm, or at least be mining it profitably after the merge. All right. Hopefully that answers your question. Slide 2 inches to your left so we can see your logo over the top of the flannel. Left that way. No, I see what you're talking about. Anyway, oh, that's funny. Oh, and by the way, the actual logo doesn't show up in OBS. So anyway, so I don't see it. Well, I guess I could look on the actual stream. Oh, that's weird. It doesn't look like it's showing up there either. Whatever. Anyway, so let's see what else you guys are saying. So basically the ETH ASICs can point to another ETH hash chain or get packed with tannerite and used for target practice. Yes, that is correct. And I would have expected Yankee to say that, not you, Unboxing Project. Yeah, it shall be interesting to see what Yankee may have in store for some of these ASICs if he gets his hands on them. Shall be interesting. Yeah, the ASIC prices after the merge will be dirt cheap. No question. No question. So at any rate, no, don't use that link. Don't use that link. I got to give you guys an affiliate link. Oh my gosh, that is really bright. Wow. 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 Wait a minute, what is going on here? Wow. Wait a minute, what is going on? 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 Wow. There we go. After the video, I forgot to turn off the, let me turn this all the way down. Hold on. All right, that's better. I forgot to turn off the desktop audio. So yes, we got quite the loop going there. Sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, I have to make an affiliate link for that. I mean, geez, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least do that. All right, bear with me here 1 second. This will not take long at all. I just unfortunately have to sign into a different account. I got to teach my wife how to do this. All right, almost there. There it is. Come on. There it is. Come on. Yeah, halftime. All right, there you go. All right, had a new rap song. Yeah, that was probably one of the better screw ups with the way that was coming across. So, you know, I was just trying to get in with the, you know, the Snoop Dogg and Mary J. Blige and Eminem, you know, just trying to, you know, get in with that. So it was all by design, not an accident at all. So anyway, Red Fox's Crypto's Doom beat. Yeah. Hey, anybody wants to use that, feel free. You can just take it directly from it. Yeah. Sorry, Baldini. Yeah, I forgot to turn off the desktop volume in OBS, which is why that happened. So, all righty. All right, so we did that. SundaeSwap, the ISO has come to an end, but it's now finally coming to a centralized exchange. So it's actually going to have a price associated with it. As of about 30, I don't know if it's 90 minutes or 30 minutes from now. It's 3 o'clock UCT. And I don't remember if I'm 5 hours or 6 hours separate from that. Anyway, it's coming soon and it's on BitTrue. So there will finally be an exchange where you can trade SundaeSwap. So that'll be interesting. Now, this article came out at the end of January saying what the price of SundaeSwap was, and you know, $1.10, somewhere in that range is what it is. So I should be getting about 60 SundaeSwap from the ISO. So I don't know, better than a sharp stick in the eye. So I'll be taking my money back out of the staking pool that I was in and put it back into Bittrex, because honestly, Bittrex pays out better than the actual staking pools themselves. Bittrex is paying 5.5%. So yeah, I'm going to put it back in the centralized exchange. I don't have a ton of it, so not too worried about losing it in a centralized exchange and a hack and all that kind of stuff. Alrighty. So anyway, enough of that. And what did I put here? Oh, that was just that. We talked about the average block times. We talked about ETH hash. What else did I have on the docket for tonight? I wanted to bring up the new pictures of the mining rack. Let me see if I can find that as we're talking about other things. But here we go. Got to make sure I don't dox myself as well. Come on. Anybody been keeping track of the Newegg Gamers Nexus saga? And it's now a saga, not just a couple of videos and such. So for those that don't know, Gamers Nexus, Steve at Gamers Nexus bought a $500 open box motherboard. It's like a 4-year-old motherboard. I don't remember what. Oh, remember it was a water block motherboard. That's why it was so expensive. But it was open box. So he bought it, realized he didn't need it. So as soon as he got it, he didn't even open it. He sent it back. Newegg then said, sorry, we can't give you anything for it. We can't give you a refund for it because there's bent pins in the socket. He's like, you sent it to me that way. I'm like, no, we didn't. Yes, you did. No, you didn't. Anyway, so they refused to give him his money back. He couldn't get anybody to talk to. And so then he did a video. And they said that they were sending him the product back, but he hadn't gotten it back yet. So he wasn't even thinking he was going to get it back. But he did get it back right after doing his video. That was where the real interest started. And he opens it, and there is an RMA sticker on that thing from when Newegg sent it to Gigabyte to fix the bent pins before bringing it back and sending it to him open box. So he sees this. He's not sure what the company is, but he thinks it's associated with Newegg. He does some research, figures out that the name on the RMA isn't Newegg, but it's a company that's associated with them. So he calls them and says, hey, I bought a pallet full of open box stuff from Newegg, and I've got this motherboard here. Can you give me a little bit of history on it? And they proceed to give him the history on it, which is they sent it to Gigabyte. Gigabyte told them it's $100 to fix the sockets, or basically replace the socket. And Newegg declined to have it fixed. Gigabyte sends it back to him. Then they sell it to Steve from Gamers Nexus. Oops. Big oops. Yeah. So now, fast forward to today. I think his flight was today. He's flying out uninvited to Newegg to have a conversation. And he's hoping that they will open the door for him. And he has tagged them on everything. So yeah, get the popcorn out. This is going to be interesting. And so he has actually asked for anybody and everybody who has had good, bad, indifferent, whatever experiences with their RMA department to forward him not only their story, but all of the gory details, any information, pictures, whatever that they have, and to send it to him so that he can use this to show Newegg how much of a problem they really have and how they need to fix this. So yeah, it is going to be very interesting to keep up with this all week, and definitely very curious. I think like I said, I thought his flight was today, which means he would be at Newegg, I think, tomorrow morning. So yeah, keep an eye out on Twitter. I have a feeling that's where the first announcements will be. So thank you, Hillbilly Change. I appreciate the $4.99 flannel crew. Let's see. Did I miss anybody else's? I think I got everybody's. Let me just scroll back up really quick. Make sure I didn't miss. I got 56. Got Brian Hollywood. Got Rondi. Yeah, I think I got everybody. All righty. So anyway, so I would highly recommend that if you haven't liked Gamers Nexus on Twitter, I would like them, and at least for this week, like them and get notified of updates, because like I said, it's going to be an interesting ride this week. And let's see if Newegg does the right thing, because they really need to eat crow and realize that they have a problem. The first way to a solution is to realize you have a problem, and they definitely have a problem. So we shall see. Hey, chump change. Yeah, right. Chump change, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, you missed the rap track that I made. Anyway, you'll definitely have to go back and watch that part. I left the desktop volume on after the video, and I was only moving like something from one screen to the other, and I don't know why it triggered something to play. And anyway, crazy. Anyway, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the Best Buy Total Tech thing. So before they did, well, first of all, so Best Buy decided to put, for this last drop, they decided to put the RTX NVIDIA FE cards and all 3000 series cards behind the Total Tech paywall. So basically you'd have to pay $200 in Total Tech in order to get access to view that latest drop. With that said, this is kind of the unsaid thing, is they've already done this to consoles, but they didn't do it for every single drop. They've been doing it, I guess, from what I read, like every other drop. So yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Because now I'm kind of thinking, yeah, all these people just dropped $200 to make sure that they had access to buying these GPUs, and now the next one may not have that may not be behind the paywall. I mean, not that it seemed to make any difference. I think it only emboldened the scalpers to say, well, fine, put it behind the paywall. I still have the tools that once I'm beyond the paywall, I still have the tools to get in and purchase. So anyway, just thought that was kind of crazy. At any rate, that was pretty much all I had for this evening. So the rest of it is AMA Max. Sorry, I just happened to catch that magic lucky. Max is better than Eminem, or greater than Eminem. Oh, that's funny. MC, are you old enough to even know what garanimals are? That would be the question. Anyway. Alrighty. Did Chump Change just check in and then check out? Anyway, because I see that Chump Change XD COD. Oh, COD later. Got it. Call of Duty later. Yeah, I'm not really much of a... I've played some Halo, the new one, but I haven't played Call of Duty, and I got to go to bed tonight, so that is definitely not happening tonight. I might try Call of Duty in the not so distant future. Anyway, it seems like a fun game, so. Atomic Star, how are you? Hope your classes are going well. Haven't talked to you in a bit. So, anyway, love to catch up sometime. Okay. There was something else I had thought of and now I just lost it. But, all right, well, let's see. Can you confirm that the Flux halving is only for the node rewards, or is it mining rewards as well? That is a great question. I kind of thought that Flux halving meant everything. So Yeah, if it's, I see from what you're saying, that's a very nice way of telling me I'm wrong, because I said on Saturday night that it was halving, and I wasn't wrong in that, but I was implying that it was a mining halving. That is a great question. Flux halving. The node halving is coming. Let's see if I can find something that is a little bit more recent than that. Let's see here. Let's go past month. Don't want, but it does seem like it. Oh no, see, that's the flux node collateral halving. Oh, that's the halving they're talking about? Halving update. Yeah, I think you may be right. In fact, you probably are right. So everything that they're talking about is the node halving. Well, that's great. I am totally happy that they are not, or at least I'm not seeing anything. I mean, I can click on this. We're happy to announce our testnet is now blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's the flux node collateral halving. Oh, okay. That's good. That's not even a rewards halving. That's just a collateral halving. Yeah, see, I heard them refer to it as the halving, and I made the assumption, because every other time I've heard of halving has been when the rewards are cut in half. So excellent. Great. Flux isn't going through a mining rewards halving. So that is great. Rylan Tech and Crypto, thank you for showing up. Sorry, I didn't mention you earlier. You actually said something earlier that I meant to. Oh, yeah, you said your grandma has the subscription. I'm just going to use her account. That's awesome. That's awesome. All righty. Well, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Let's see here. So I did that. Oh, it's fun. You're talking about this Call of Duty. You don't make it sound like fun, Chump Change. I was watching your stream and all you did was swear the entire time. Didn't sound like you were having fun. Anyway. Yes, old guys. Us old guys. Guys. Yeah, it sounds more like a fork. Yeah, I mean, the way that they're talking about it and the fact that they are creating a test net. And so, yeah, it's definitely some type of fork. Yeah, I'm trying to get enough flux in order to be able to run 1,000 flux node. They're eventually going to have one where all you need is 5. So, but that's not going to be for another. Oh, hey, honey, did you see the message from Atomic Star? Okay. Got it. Oh, I see it. Yeah, she just commented here. I hadn't gotten down that far. Hobbyist miner. I am not your father. Anyway. All righty. Sorry, scanning back up. Yeah, actually, my plan is to do a video on a Raspberry Pi Flux node setup. I just need a Raspberry Pi, which I have one on order through Koinly something. I'd have to go back and look, but I have it on order. Its due date is supposed to be like around March 15th. We'll see if I end up getting it around that time. Actually, speaking of that, I actually told the story right at the end of the stream on Saturday night. I thought I found one at Micro Center because they said that they had one in stock. So I ordered it immediately, and 45 minutes later, they canceled it with no explanation. And they said, if you have any questions about this, call the general manager. So I called that number, got the national line, said, it says here, I'm supposed to call this number if I want to talk to the general manager. I'd like to talk to the general manager. And no, I'm not being a Karen. Anyway, so what was impressive was the general man. I don't know if it was the general manager, but someone of management called me, apologized. And I said, I just really am calling because I'm trying to figure out what happened. I said, was this one where you guys had a bunch of them? And he's like, no, that's the thing. He's like, we didn't have any of these, and all of a sudden we had one in stock. I can see where it got added to stock, and that wasn't there. And I'm like, okay, it was a mistake. Somebody made a mistake by adding one to stock. I would have been, a little bit more upset if it was like 10 and their stock was off, and then hopefully they would be able to hold one aside. And he's like, well, and I didn't go through all that. He's like, hey, let me look to see if there's any coming in any of our future deliveries. That takes me out about a week. So it doesn't take me out very long. And these have been really hard to come by. So I doubt it, but let me look. And he spent a few minutes. He's like, yeah, I don't see any of these. I don't know when we're going to be getting these. I said, okay, well, I appreciate the phone call. That's the type of customer service that keeps me going back to Micro Center. Did I get what I ultimately wanted, which was a Raspberry Pi? No, but I got treated like a human being. I get treated like, hey, we really want to help you. And, you're a valuable customer. And I wasn't being a dick. I was just trying to figure out what I could do, what happened. Was this just as simple as an inventory mistake? Or did they actually have one? That was the biggest thing. I wanted to know if they actually had one. Anyway, bottom line is definitely great. Definitely keeps me going back to Micro Center, no question. And yes, they do like me there, Baldini. I know you don't think that they do, but they do. So there you go. Anyway, Chili, thank you for the $20 super chat. Much appreciated. Happy Valentine's Day to you and yours as well. Appreciate that. Okay, well, I offered to buy yours from you, Atomic Star. So I don't want to hear that you hate our Raspberry Pis. So yeah, because I know which one you got, and I would really love to have that one. Anyway, now she's like, how much could I sell this for? Yeah, you could sell it for a lot because a lot of people want them. I mean, it's the Raspberry Pi 4 Model B, and I'm trying to get the 8 gigabyte model. Just for future proofing. You could do it with a 4. I don't plan the 8 gigabyte model evidently can do like one. I don't know if I think the 1,000 is like a Cumulus, and I think the 10,000 level, the new 10,000 level is Nimbus. So I believe that the 8 gigabyte could do Nimbus, but the 4 gigabyte can only do Cumulus. But I don't plan on getting to Nimbus, but it'd be nice to know that, hey, great. Anyway, thank you, Hobbyist Miner, for the super chat. I appreciate it. You have a matching orange plaid? Do you really? Or am I missing this? For a matching orange plaid, hate to match that hell of a shirt. Oh, okay. You're just trolling on my link where why would anybody want to buy this thing? I don't know. I love it. I love this shirt. It's really comfortable too. Brian Hollywood, hilarious. I know who you're trolling on that one. Yes, it is pronounced Raspberry Pi. Pi is how you pronounce PI, much the way you do 3.1415926565595. Anyway, I forget. It's been so long since I memorized 100 places of pi for my fraternity hell week. Anyway, oh, okay. Atomic Star says, I need them, but I hate them. Yeah, she's going to turn her Raspberry Pi into a retro Pi. That was the word I was looking for. All right, I hate it when it jumps, let's see here. Max voltage hat. Dang it. Oh, and for a matching orange plaid hat to match that hell of a shirt. Okay, my wife does enough shopping and she's watching, so don't get that hat if you can find it. Anyway, yeah, it's Atomic Star, it's for a Flux node, so it's for staking. And I don't really know why one node takes more than the other. I'm still learning about it, but I do know that there are more intense requirements for the higher level nodes. And let's see what else we got here. It jumped again on me. As I get closer to the bottom, it always jumps. Hobbyist Miner jump. Be jealous. Don't be jealous because Max Voltage was my first ever super chat. Wow. Would never have known that, but I am honored, Hobbyist Miner. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate that. That was a flex. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. What are we going to call it? A raspberry cornbread because it's square? Anyway, yeah, I don't know why I don't know how they came up with the name, but I don't know. I think it's kind of a cool name. Yes, Pocket Change was on here earlier, wasn't she? I hope she is doing better. Yeah, COVID sucks. I think that's one of the things we can all agree on in so many ways. Let's jump down to the unboxing project. Was anyone else mining to BlockFi? And where are you moving your mining to now with this Fed FUD? I was not mining to BlockFi, but I don't understand why all this Fed FUD would be affecting BlockFi. I'm probably missing something because I haven't read anything about BlockFi, but anyway. Oh, Chum Change was saying you can borrow mine and set it up. Well, I appreciate that. Well, we'll see. If I can't get one, I may take you up on that. There was somebody else who said he thought he could get his hands on one, so I may take him up on that offer as well. Well, improvement, that's the thing. Keep improving, and not going the other way is way, way more important. You know, speaking of Fed FUD, so yes, there was an article of some sort or a statement by Goldman Sachs, I believe, that they were predicting 7 rate increases this year. Like, why would the Fed do 7 rate increases? That's insane. Now, could it be the equivalent of 7.25% rate increases? Oh, absolutely. But that's like, you know, death through 1,000 pinpricks. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Do half, 3/4, 1%. Just boom, do it. And watch the markets completely fail initially, but then they'll recover because they'll realize, oh, okay, this crap's over for a while. Okay, we can get back to life as normal. If they do the 0.25%, a little bit at a time, it's always going to be like, yep, there's another one coming next time. Yep, there's another one coming next time. It's always going to be hanging over the market's head that there's another rate increase coming. We'll never get past it. So they just need to rip the Band-Aid off. They just need to rip the Band-Aid off. Okay, let me jump up. I see a lot of tags here. Let's see here. They won't let you input to new interest account. Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that. Let me rephrase. Please take mine and set it up. No, I understood what you meant, Jump Change. I appreciate it. Anyway, we'll talk later. But again, definitely appreciate the offer. You have always been very generous, and I very much appreciate that. Good to have you as a friend. No question. Happy Valentine's Day to you and yours. Jump Change and Pocket Change. Let's see. Unboxing project. To equal the money tapering, money printer go pfft. No more burr. Yeah. That's a funny way of putting it. Definitely. That is so funny, Pocket Change. Yeah, kind of like those Nanoleaf sat in their boxes for like a year before I used them. Anyway, that is funny. Let's see here. So anyway, going back to the Fed, yeah, they just need to rip the Band-Aid off. They've done this in the past and it's really helped. I can't think of who. Oh, why can I not remember his name? The guy who was the leader of the Fed for the longest time in through the 90s. Anyway, can't think of his name, but what'd you say? Oh, okay. I can't think of his name, but anyway, when he raised rates, that's what he did. And all I can tell you is that, yes, the market did react. But when the market realized that he was going to do that, they would price in the larger rate increases. So the pricing, the bad news would be priced into the market quickly. Powell. Yes. No, not Powell. What is his name? Now I got to look it up. Past Fed chairmans. Let's see. Oh, wow. They got all the way back to Paul Volcker. Alan Greenspan. That's what I was thinking about. Alan Greenspan. And he was all the way up until 2006. He went from 1987 to 2006. Almost 20 years. Yeah, long time. But I think he was one of our best. So yes, Alan Greenspan. Anyway, yes, Paul Volcker was interesting because he basically helped Jimmy Carter get out of office because inflation was so bad in the 70s. And honestly, what's interesting is, we have going on now with what's causing inflation right now. What's causing inflation right now is not so much demand. I mean, it's a combination of supply and demand. So yeah, when you come look at graphics cards, yes, that's due to demand. Okay. I mean, obviously it's a combination of the two, but when you look at just basic everyday goods, the thing that's causing inflation is the supply chain. We can't get the goods where they need to go. Period. We can't get things, especially for anything coming from overseas. So that's a huge problem. I can see it in the warehouse that I help to manage, in the fact that products that we normally, these are food products, basic food products that are canned overseas, and we don't have anywhere near the volume, and we are making cuts to orders every single day saying we don't have it. So this is definitely an interesting environment, and that obviously that demand builds because you have all these people that want it. So I don't know if you've seen that in grocery store shelves, where some of the things that you normally see there aren't in there and aren't on those shelves in the same quantities. So yeah, anyway, but anyway, looking back to the 70s, we did have somewhat of, we were lacking normal supply. It wasn't so much a supply chain issue as it was a political issue. We were lacking enough oil coming in because of some issues in the Middle East, I believe. Again, I was young. Believe it or not, I was young once. I know that's hard to believe, but I was young once. And so I don't have all the details of all that, but one of the things that Volcker did have to do was raise interest rates, which he knew was going to raise unemployment, which he knew was going to hurt Jimmy Carter's chances at re-election, which, as a Fed chairman, at least back then when politics were not anywhere near what they are today, it was more about doing the right thing. If you were the Fed chairman, the idea is that you're supposed to be trying to do the right thing for the U.S. economy. So anyway, yes, slow boat from China is a real thing. Absolutely. Yeah, of course, the Chinese New Year happens every year. So yeah, we didn't have any trouble with it before. We always planned for it. I was in electronics about 3 years ago, and we always planned for the Chinese New Year. We always pre-ordered. You just had to plan for it. You had to make sure you got your orders in early. You know, so anyway, DJ Mines, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Let's see if there are any other questions. Yes, Janet Yellen was a past Fed chairman, a very short-lived Fed chairman by comparison to Alan Greenspan, that's for sure. Yes, they do it every year, hence year. Yes, it happens yearly, annually. I don't know what annually it is. Like, is it the 1,115 annual Chinese New Year? I'm sure it's a bit more than that, but yeah. Anyway. Oh, by the way, you guys know like some of my pet peeves, like the ROI thing. You want to know what Sunflower Mama's pet peeve is? There's the first, sorry, there is no such, okay, hold on a second. Let me make sure I get this right. She's looking at me like, what are you going to say? There's the inaugural. And then the second one is not the second annual. It is the first annual. Just like when you get married, that's the inaugural, okay? When you get married and it's your first anniversary. So the second time you have an event is the first annual. Nobody does it that way. My wife's cracking up because this is exactly what she said. We've had this conversation. If I was emperor, is what she always says. So anyway, so that is her pet peeve. Now she has other pet peeves, but that was, she just laughed. But yeah, that is one of her original pet peeves. So anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed that. All righty. Well, I've been going about an hour and I do need to get some sleep. So if anybody has any last questions to ask, otherwise I will take my orange flannel shirt and snuggle up and go to sleep. Because yeah, I got to be up in under about 6.5 hours. Oh my God. Atomic Star. Well, yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, Amsterdam is definitely not in Ukraine. Definitely not in Ukraine. That would be the Netherlands. Definitely not Ukraine. Wow. That's all I can say. No, I will not be doing that. I will be wearing it this way. Bottom button I usually undo, although it is done right now. But that's a good question, Big Wooly. I know you're trying to troll me, but that's a good question. What is my favorite Girl Scout cookie? What's the one that's the caramel and the Samoans? Oh, yes, yeah, so that's not politically correct. So I'm sorry if that offended anybody. But they used to be called Samoans. So I do like my Thin Mints. You know what I really like Thin Mints in, though, is like a Blizzard. I love Thin Mint Blizzards. Those are so good. So anyway. Alrighty. Well, oh, wait a minute. Atomic Star, sorry, she said something. Nah, this guy just has the confidence of an old white guy. Yeah. That's right. Well, bully for you, or should I say woolly for you, Big Wooly. Actually, my new favorite cookie, what is that thing called, by the way? The chocolate covered, or the chocolate in between the two, like oatmeal cookies. It's a silly, goofy name from IKEA, but basically it's like an oatmeal type crisp. And now they make it with like chocolate in the middle. Oh my God, it is so good. That's your favorite cookie? So good. What about the ones that you just got the other day? No, I actually like those better. Really? Yeah, I do. Anyway, my son was trying to tell me that wasn't my favorite cookie. Because that's what kids do. They tell their parents that they're wrong. Good job. Anyway, alrighty, guys, I am going to let you guys all go. Thanks for showing up tonight. I really appreciate it. And yes, there will be a new, I think, according to Sunflower Mama, there will be a new flannel shirt next week. I don't know. I'm gonna have to make room for all this stuff in my closet. No, we do not have Girl Scout cookies. They asked me what my favorite one was. That did not say which ones do we have. We have no Girl Scout cookies right now. So anyway, all right. You're welcome, TBS Miner. All right, that is it for tonight. I appreciate it. You guys all have a wonderful evening. And again, thanks for coming. Really appreciate you all.